Make your mama proud, popping it like shot. Turn up, it's a gangster party.
Ain't never popped a Molly, but if I ever catch Mac, I'ma pop a Holly. I don't even rob a cop the Harley. Blowing so much green, I shame Marley. Yeah, I push the line to its full limit. Hit the hoe like 22, boy, I'm a young Emmett. Nothing go like snow, now that's a cold image. Still whistling, sending, knocking them white women. Only reason I do it to avenge image. To the day they go before they box me out. Knowing me, it don't matter, I simply change my route. On my hobby.
Where's. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversations, home of the West Coast. The voice of the culture. Dude Sims, the Don. We right back at it, just like a crack addict. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on y'all way in. Go tell a friend. Share it. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all here with the Don Du Sims and the Damu Kiwe Conversation. Southern Force, salute to you, brother. Today we gonna get right into it, man. We got the paperwork, man. I got the work. You know, I remember dudes was on the internet talking about Big U was trying to line up Du Sims. He hate the Brims. They born enemies. You know what I'm saying? And then Du Sims apologized to Big U humbly. You know what I'm saying? And Big U called me last week, and then today I get the notice. We're going to get into that. Let me highlight my people in the chat first. If you on YouTube, if you on IG, make sure that y'all go ahead and go on over, run on over to Active Chucks. That's on Twitch, and that's also on YouTube. Go to YouTube or Twitch. Make sure that you hit us up, hit that like button as soon as you get there, man. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely want to make sure that Southern Force is in the building. Southern Force, salute to you, King. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to this work in a minute. Selena,
salute, bro. What's good, man? What's up with the content today?
Oh man, it's a sad situation, but it's definitely, we need to be, letting some of these YNs know what they up against when they go up against that federal system, the conditions that he's living under, and all kind of stuff. He in the hole right now. Let's start off there.
What?
Big U is in the hole right now.
Bullshitting. Come on, dudes, for real.
Yeah, bro. He in the hole.
Man. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go, man.
So salute to the chat. Welcome and get ready to listen to Du Sims and Don. Make sure you hit that like as you enter and listen to the content. Keith McCulley, salute. King Tyson, free Big U, salute. Drew V, salute, man. You know what I'm saying? K4.
Hashtag free Big U, man.
Hashtag free Big U. For real, man. Mike B, salute, man. Our prayers still with you, too. And my prayers go out to Corrupt. Everybody, make sure that y'all keep the homie Corrupt in y'all prayers, man. I talked to Corrupt this morning, man. He's doing better, man. Keep him in your prayers, man. A lot of people been dealing with health issues lately, man. And I hope y'all know that I'm keeping all of y'all genuinely in my prayers, man. You know what I'm saying? I pray for help over my family and over all of y'all's, man. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the worst news. Bompton, baby girl, salute. Yeah, area Detroiter, Du Sims, the Don, got the content. Oh, yeah, we got the content. All right, Spirit Wonder is already in the chat. Carolina Connect TV, salute. Keith McCulley, salute. Pete White, salute. Lunch Meat, salute. Bang that like button on y'all way in. I see y'all doing y'all thing, man. Salute to all new to this channel. Well, welcome. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate. I see it say, Bompton, baby girl, 1 Trey 5. Oh, you in the right house. This the Damu Kiwe, baby. You know what I'm saying? You in the right house. You got the Kiwes and you got the Wolves. I'm been in a few corners right now. So, look, yeah, he's in the SHU, man. So we finna get to it, and I've been there. Larry Jameson, salute. Free Big U, prayers for corrupt young Gotti, man. For sure that. So let me get to this now. Since I'm gonna be doing some reading today, but for my brother, man, so that y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what's going on. Let me make sure y'all can see this, man, because nobody got this motion. Nobody got this paperwork. If y'all anybody want it, anybody want to react to it, please hit me on DM me on Instagram or email me at activechucks@gmail.com and I'll get you the paperwork. The motion was sent today. He asked that I sent the letter for him to the judge, you know what I'm saying, on this Sunday, and I'm going to do that. So, defendant Eugene Henley Jr., submission of letter and declaration regarding conditions of confinement and their impact on his ability to participate in defense preparation. So, dear Honorable Fernando L. Rocha, District Judge, I respectfully submit this letter and enclosed declaration for the court's awareness regarding conditions that have both existed and newly developed during my pretrial detention at MDC LA, and the ways in which those conditions have affected my ability to review discovery, communicate with counsel, and meaningfully participate in the preparation of my defense in this case. It is important to me that the court understand that I am not filing a motion and I am not requesting a continuance or additional delay in these proceedings. In fact, absent being granted bond, I will always assert my speedy trial rights. The purpose of this submission is to provide the court with an accurate record of my circumstances, including events that occurred after my original detention hearing, and to explain how those conditions affect my ability to exercise my constitutional rights while my case is pending. The enclosed declaration describes in detail my placement in administrative detention, the seizure and non-return of my legal materials and discovery USB, limitations on discovery access, interruptions in medical accommodations, continuing legal mail issues, the investigative hold on my trust account, and the failure to carry out a prior court order relating to the death of my son while I have been in custody. I have also described the steps I have taken to raise these issues internally and through institutional channels. My intention in submitting this letter is that I'm asking that the court be aware of these developments and the impact they are having on my ability to participate in my defense, and that the court consider any relief or guidance it finds appropriate, aside from continuing trial. I reaffirm that I am not asking the court to delay the case. I am trying to move forward and to participate meaningfully, but under the conditions described in the declaration, I do not have a realistic ability to do so absent intervention this court deems necessary. If the court believes a hearing, clarification, or further submission from counsel is appropriate, I will, of course, defer to the court's discretion or directions. Thank you for your time and consideration. Respectfully submitted, Eugene Henley Jr., defendant, dated 1/4/2026. Now here goes the declaration of Big U, Eugene Henley Jr., right? Salute, V-Dog. I see you just came in, homie. Salute. What happened with Corrupt, man? Corrupt dealing with some health issues right now, man. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody said nothing, but I just wanted to pray on him. When he comes out and make it public, then he can make it public exactly what kind of health issues. You know what I'm saying? All I want y'all to do is pray over him, man. Pray for him, pray for his family, his daughters, his kids. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. So, I am the defendant in the above captioned case and am currently detained at MDC LA. I have been in continuous federal pretrial custody since March 2025. I submit this declaration to advise the court that conditions of my confinement and events that have occurred while I have been detained are materially interfering with my ability to communicate with counsel, review discovery, and meaningfully participate in the preparation of my defense in this complex multi-defendant RICO case. My purpose is to give the court a clear and accurate record of what is actually happening to me in custody and how it affects my rights and my ability to defend this case. I also want to make it clear at the outset that I am not asking for a continuance of trial, and I do not seek additional delay. The problems I described do not arise from a lack of time. They arise from conditions and restrictions that prevent me from preparing at all, no matter how much time is added. While this letter is directed to the Honorable Fernando Rocha, District Judge, and directly for me, it was simultaneously provided to the U.S. Attorney's Office, the U.S. Marshal Service, and to MDC LA. Y'all, oh yeah, I gotta show y'all that now. So just so y'all know, he ain't bluffing, and they know he's not bluffing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and show y'all this real quick. Boom. And you'll see my email. Made sure that I sent this off for my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a messed up situation when you're in there. A lot of people forget about you. They forget about all the favors and things that you've done. So there goes the FLA Chambers, the judge, Gina McCabe, Kevin Butler, the U.S. Attorney, and the U.S. Marshals who run MDC LA, right? I think it's one more. Let me see. And then there goes the actual letter that I'm reading right now, the Henley 2026 letter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna always help my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm my brother's keeper for real. I hope that y'all the same type of people, and that's one of the reasons that y'all over here. Let's get back to the letter. So let me see. Can y'all see it? Okay, yeah, y'all can see it. Okay.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, cool. So so background. I have now been detained for approximately 9 months as of January 2026. From the beginning, I have wanted to move my case forward. I have not asked the court to slow the case down. I have consistently told my attorneys that I want to see the evidence, understand the discovery, and assist in preparing my defense. This case involves very large volumes of discovery, including historical materials, recordings, and records that span years and involve many people. Much of the discovery is subject to a protective order, which means I can only see it under tightly controlled conditions in the presence of my defense team. In a case like this, it is essential that I have regular and reliable access to discovery, that I am allowed to keep and review my legal papers, and that I can communicate with my lawyers in a focused way over time. Instead, the opposite has happened. The murder of my son and failure to follow the court order. As this court is aware, while I have been detained in this case, my son was murdered. Losing my child while I am in custody has been among the most challenging experiences of my life. In connection with my son's passing, the court issued an order related to my ability to have contact or participation. Despite that order, I was not permitted the contact or participation that the court intended. the order was not followed. Do y'all understand what he's saying? Y'all remember when we read the motion for him to attend his son's funeral? Well,
Right.
they denied that motion, but the judge said that he will be able to privately view his son's body, right? And pray over him and offer the Muslim custom and help wrap him or some of the things that he asked for, but he couldn't attend the funeral and the burial. Well, the judge gave the order for him to see his son's body, and these people still didn't even allow him to see the body with a court's order.
Yeah, that's a violation of his rights, man.
It's a violation of the court's order, bro.
Yeah.
The judge's order. They don't give a fuck. So, 11, I was not able to be present for my son in the way the court had authorized and made an exception for after his death. I was not allowed private viewing, even though there was a court order for this. Of course, I would never have that opportunity again. This has caused my family extreme grief and distress. It also affects how I experience my detention. I am trying to process the death of my child while at the same time being asked to assist in a complex RICO defense with almost no access to the materials or pertinent discovery. The failure to follow the court's order about my son's death has also affected my confidence that the institutional promises and or any future accommodations will actually be carried out with or without a court order. When a court order concerning a matter as serious as the death of a person's child is not honored, it is very hard for me to trust that less formal assurances about discovery or access will be respected. I continue to grieve my son. The combination of that loss, the unfulfilled court order, and the conditions described below directly affects my case. Legal mail problems and access to case documents. During my time at MDC LA, there have been ongoing problems with my legal mail. Based on what my attorneys of record have told me, I understand that approximately 25 pieces of legal correspondence were extremely delayed or never reached me at all. I am informed by my attorneys that some of those mailings were even sent with tracking. So he got proof because they sent it with tracking to see where it went, that they're getting his legal mail. And to deter him being able to put together a good defense against these allegations, they're going out of their way to fuck with his mail. This is nasty work, bro.
Bro, do you think I don't want to cut you off, but you think they're trying to use it to try to break him and shit because of the RICO is weak and shit, and they trying to strengthen it? And so by him, losing his son and shit, you know how they play dirtier than a motherfucker, man, especially when the feds dancing with you. You feel me? So I'm looking at this shit like, man, y'all trying to do this whole ass shit to really break this man, but you can't break him. Because instead of them breaking him crashing the fuck out, he went and put and get ready to putting this shit in effect. They might just strengthen his case.
Yeah, but I think that you're right. But that's in the card, bro. I got a stack of paperwork where they don't respect the Constitution when you're incarcerated. They treat you like a slave without rights. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Constitution is supposed to guarantee you certain rights. But let me get to this. That shit got me like tears in my eye, just taking me back, traumatic, just like triggering. So on multiple occasions, legal mail has arrived to me already open. So of course, not open in my presence. On other occasions, now mind you, that's against the rules. The policy by the Federal Bureau of Prisons is whenever you get legal mail, for them, their security purposes, it could be drugs or a gun in there or whatever, they bring you the legal mail and they open it right in front of you, pull it out, check it, make sure there's no drugs and nothing in the documents, and then they hand you your legal mail. Well, he said on multiple occasions, his legal mail has arrived already open. So, of course, it wasn't open in his presence. On other occasions, I have been told mail was sent, but I never received it. These problems have involved important materials, such as my indictment and other case documents and legal notes. I believe between 1 and 3 legal professionals can and would declare to the same. So he said, I could prove to you and have lawyers that could prove to you that this is the exact same thing that they've been experiencing trying to get him mail. For a long period of time, I did not have a complete copy of my indictment, even though my counsel tried repeatedly to send it. I did not actually obtain a copy of my indictment until December 2025. Big U is telling the court, even though his attorneys are sending him legal mail so that he could be informed and understand and put together the best defense he can up against the power and resources of the federal government. He didn't even get a copy of his indictment until last month. We only 4 days into January. Big U just seen his motherfucking indictment. On January 1st, 2026, when I was suddenly and abruptly moved to the special housing unit with zero knowledge as to a reason why, I lost access to my indictment and other legal papers. At an earlier detention proceeding, the government referred to recorded calls and to issues related to legal mail, although they are allegedly a completely different entity than MDC. That caused me to be concerned that communications connected to legal matters might have been assessed or shared in ways I did not understand. As a result, I have become hesitant about freely discussing case strategy over the phone. Oh, yeah, so this is hindering his ability to even communicate with his counsel. 20, I have submitted numerous cop-outs, emails, and formal grievances about my missing or mishandled legal mail. And I have raised these issues verbally with staff, including at the highest levels. The general response has been that there is no problem, with the notable exception of Officer Reyna and Delgado on an email actually acknowledging that one item of the legal mail was open outside my presence. So now he got proof through an email that they admit that at least one time his legal mail was open, not in his presence. That's not the custody. That's not the chain of custody. That's not the policy. So why are they going outside of policy as it applies to Mr. Eugene Henley Jr., Big U? Seizure of a USB and legal work product. On January 1st, 2026, I believe staff conducted a search of my cell and my property. During that search, they took my USB drive that contained discovery materials provided by my attorney, as well as my handwritten legal notes, drafts, research, and other defense work product. So they're trying to see what his strategy is going to be. They done took his USB drive so that he can't even see these millions of documents. How many of y'all have ever read a book that had 1,000 pages? How many? Probably none of y'all. Imagine reading documents of over 1 million documents. Then you got all kind of other discovery on the USB, wiretap calls, and all the other things. They've went in his room, searched his cell, and they've taken his legal work. What is their interest into his legal man? To my knowledge, the USB and those legal materials were not inventory. When I have asked about them, staff have not acknowledged that they exist or that they were taken. Although my attorneys still possess copies of discovery in their own files, the seized handwritten materials reflected my thought process, questions, and observations developed over prior meetings. Without those personal defense notes, I cannot meaningfully build upon earlier discussions or recall what issues I had already raised or identified. Having counsel retain their own copies is not a substitute for my ability to retain and reference my own defense work product while assisting in preparation. 24. The papers that were removed were clearly labeled as legal mail or attorney work product. They contained my own notes about what my lawyers had explained to me, thoughts about the evidence, and questions I had written down to discuss with counsel. On January 2nd, 2026, I telephonically notified my attorney, Peter Johnson, about my SHU conditions relating to legal documents as well as health topics. I also let him know I would be submitting a letter directly to you about various topics to which he did not object. The USB contained approximately 500 non-protected discovery files provided to me from my attorneys. However, almost all of the actually most important discovery in this case is under a protective order. That protective material can only be reviewed when my defense team is physically present. The seizure and non-return of my USB and legal items, including handwritten legal work, has cut off my ability to continue any of the prior work I had done to understand my case. I cannot go back to my notes. I cannot track what we have already discussed, and I cannot build on earlier sessions. In practical terms, I am forced to start over with almost nothing in my hands. SHU placement and investigative status. Also, on January 1st, 2026, I was moved to the special housing unit at MDC Los Angeles. I was told this was an administrative detention and that the stated reason was classification. I did not receive any incident report, a disciplinary write-up, or a hearing related to this move. To my knowledge, there was no finding that I committed a disciplinary infraction that required SHU placement. Since being in SHU, my ability to meet and consult with counsel becomes much more limited, as this district is well aware due to several attorneys filing motions about this. Legal visits require additional escorting and approval and have non-reported or advertised additional time constraints. There are therefore more delays and more uncertainty about when and how visits can occur. My access to legal materials in my cell is also more restricted. This combination of SHU placement, investigative status, and the removal of my USB and notes has made it extremely difficult for me to in the future have normal attorney-client meetings or to review materials in a continuous, organized way going forward. Contrary, what I anticipate to be categorized as a challenge. I am describing the practical effects of displacement on my ability to participate in my defense, including restricted attorney access, loss of materials, and interruption of previously authorized accommodations. Regardless of the institution's reasons for placement, the resulting restrictions materially affect my ability to prepare my case. Medical chrono and loss of CPAP and other accommodations. Before coming into federal custody, I was prescribed a CPAP machine for sleep apnea. MDC medical staff issued a Bureau of Prisons medical chrono authorizing use of the CPAP machine, a knee brace, and a 2-mattress accommodation. I also wear prescription glasses. After I moved to the SHU on January 1st, 2026, my CPAP machine and plug were taken. I was allowed to use the CPAP briefly, but then it was taken away again. Since that time, I have repeatedly requested that it be returned and have explained that I am worried about serious health consequences if I go without it. Put frankly, death can occur for those who require breathing machines when they sleep if they do not have one. Therefore, since being in a SHU without it, I simply cannot allow myself to fall asleep whatsoever. Let's pause right here. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about Big U. You start with you, Southern Force. What you think about them taking his breathing machine, bro?
Man, like I said, I done been locked up, bro. You already know that. But this shit right here is like they treating this black native man like a fucking terrorist. An actual citizen of America here. You're treating him like a fucking terrorist. And then you're trying to affect his medical.
Constitutionally guaranteed right to adequate medical.
This is nasty work, man. Man, that's why I feel as though this is a cruel play. They're trying to weaken him mentally, physically, and emotionally. And this here just proves it all. Because why else would you deny this man his rights to go see his son and bury him the traditional way? And now you just went against a religion where, to my understanding, the new law, you don't do that.
Right.
So this shit is beyond treating a person like a criminal. You treating this man like a fucking terrorist. And I'm glad you blasted and putting some light on these crooked motherfuckers who do this shit, man. This just don't happen to Big U. This shit happened to every real one that's locked up in them fucking penitentiaries that's doing 30, 60 years or more. And this is a prime fucking example how they do a black man in a fucking jail system now in 2026. Not like as a fucking as a criminal that hadn't even been able to prove his innocence. But on top of that, like a fucking terrorist. How the fuck you do this shit and get away with this shit? It's beyond me. I'm lost, man. I'm lost for words on this bullshit. This is crazy.
Man, life is in danger right now. They put him in the hole. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, homie.
This is not how they did Hussein when they did all that shit. Come on, man. This shit is crazy. You violated every part of his rights. If the judge don't see that shit, I don't fucking know. But like I say, so like they used to teach us when we was younger, system never built for us. It's built to try to get the fuck out of it. And it's crazy, man, that they putting him in these conditions. He just lost his son fucking recently. Now you're doing shit to affect this man's health. This shit got to stop, man. Keep on putting the boots on these niggas' necks, man. Shed some light on it. Because these crooked motherfuckers, they went too far. Real shit.
Yeah, they definitely went too far, man. Man, that's crazy. But they definitely try to buck break the bro. So they then took his CPAP machine, his breathing machine for when he sleep. My additional mattress accommodation due to back and shoulder injury and my eyeglasses have also not been provided in SHU. So how can he read if he don't got his reading glasses? My knee brace was returned after a short period, but the lack of sleep support and proper bedding has made my physical discomfort worse. Without the CPAP and the full set of accommodations, I have trouble focusing and I feel physically worn down, as could be anticipated. That makes it much harder for me to concentrate during future legal visits or to review any material I do receive. Trust account investigative hold and communication limits. A $2,500 investigative hold has been placed on my inmate trust account. So he got $2,500 put on his books, and it appears they now place his inmate trust account on hold. So he can't even go to the store. He's in the hole.
That ain't even against the limit, man. I think it's like 3,000 or some shit like that.
Hell, bro, on the dead homies. I was in Victorville with a motherfucker with 90-some thousand on his books. I was in Lompoc with another dude that had $250,000 on his books, bro.
I'm talking about like if you just send like a large amount. What's
I don't remember what I wasn't that privileged, you know what I'm saying, to get that large of amount, you know what I'm
right,
saying?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out how the fuck they put it on hold. It don't make no sense. Come on, dudes. Right. That's crazy.
But so now they done put a hold on them. I was not given an explanation for why this hold was placed or what event or investigation triggered it. Such a hold is to hinder a person's ability to purchase commissary items such as food or hygiene items, and with the ability to use computer systems such as core links that I also rely on to coordinate regarding my defense when I was not in the SHU. Attempts to resolve these issues internally. I have tried to address these problems through the channels that are available to me. I have submitted multiple cop-outs. I have filed a BP8 informal resolution and a BP9 grievance. I have sent the grievance to the regional director. I have even contacted the Postal Service about the mishandling of my mail. For some examples, I have raised these issues verbally many times with staff in my unit and with supervisors, including at the warden level. The general response has been to say that there is no issue or not take any corrective action. As of the time of this declaration, the USB and legal papers have not been returned. My discovery access remains extremely limited. My mail problems continue, and my medical accommodations are still not provided. This is not a complaint about comfort, inconvenience, or general detention conditions. The conditions described are directly tied to my ability to see evidence, understand the government's allegations, and communicate with counsel in a continuous and organized way. In other words, these conditions affect the core constitutional right to participate in my own defense rather than day-to-day living conditions. Because my USB and notes were taken, and because I am in a SHU and under investigative status, I do not have ongoing access to discovery that would allow me to understand the government's evidence or assist counsel in developing strategy. The problem is not that there has been too little time on the calendar. The problem is that under these facts, conditions, and restrictions, there is no realistic way for me to prepare, no matter how long the case is continued. Defense resources. I do not claim that my attorneys have acted in bad faith in any way. However, as a detained defendant in a very large RICO case, and based on these circumstances and the restrictions described in this declaration, I respectfully submit that my current defense resources are not realistically sufficient to allow me to meaningfully participate in my defense or to adequately assist counsel with the practical limits created by my detention conditions and limited discovery access. Accordingly, whether or not the trial is continued over my objection, I respectfully ask that the court consider authorizing the appointment of additional CJA resources, including 2 additional attorneys, 3 additional investigators, and a cell phone tower and communications data expert, so that my defense team has the capacity to review the discovery, identify and interview potential witnesses, and prepare the case in a manner consistent with this scale and complexity. This request is not made for the purpose of delay, and if it would result in delay, I revoke the request. I continue to assert my right to a speedy trial. I make this request because under the conditions described, meaningful preparation cannot occur without increased defense resources, regardless of whether the trial date is continued or remains as set. Remedy in opposition to continuance. I want the court to know I am not asking for a continuance. I am not asking the court to delay the case so that I can have more time. I do not want delay. I've obviously made clear I want a speedy trial on many occasions, and that has never nor will ever change absent the opportunity to be granted bond, so I may meaningfully participate in my defense, confined to my home and without restrictions listed. The conditions I have described are not the kind of problems that can be fixed by moving the trial date. They arise from the seizure and non-return of my legal materials, from SHU placement and investigative status, from mail and communication barriers, now from the loss of my medically necessary equipment, and from the failure to follow even a court order related to my son's death. If the trial date is pushed back, but nothing changes about these conditions, I will still not be able to see the discovery. I will still not have my notes and materials. I will still be under unreasonably restrictive conditions, and I will still not be able to participate in preparing my defense. Additional delay would increase the prejudice I am already suffering. It would prolong my detention under conditions that prevent meaningful discovery review, that limit communication with counsel, and that have already resulted in a failure to follow a court order in connection with the death of my child. These conditions did not exist at the time of my original or subsequent detention hearing. The SHU placement, investigative status, seizure of my legal materials, and USB on January 1st, 2026, the continued legal mail issues, the restrictions on my trust account, the interruption of my medical chrono, and the way the court order concerning my son's death was handled are all developments that occurred after that hearing. They are materially changed circumstances that directly affect my ability to prepare my defense and my experience of detention. I also understand that the court has the authority to reconsider detention or modify conditions of custody when materially new information comes to light that did not exist and was not available or brought up at the time of the prior detention hearing. The facts described in this declaration arose and have had a direct effect on my ability to review discovery, communicate with counsel, and participate in my defense. I respectfully submit these developments for the court's awareness, and I understand that the court may, if it believes appropriate, reopen or review my detention status on its own motion. I respectfully request that the court be aware that I no longer have access to my prescription reading glasses, and that I therefore require larger print materials to meaningfully review case documents. In particular, I understand that the government produced an updated and complete discovery index with descriptors on August the 13th, 2025, as referenced in docket number 737, page 10, lines 17 through 18. If the court finds it appropriate, I will welcome clarification regarding whether I may receive and retain a complete copy of this specific index in 14 or 16-point font prior to the leaving the courtroom or courthouse on or about the next scheduled hearing date of January 6, 2026, and that it may not be confiscated by custodial staff as it is legal material directly related to my case. I am not requesting production of discovery materials themselves. I am requesting only the discovery index with descriptors, which I understand is not subject to the protective order. If I do not receive it in front of you and have to rely on mail or attorney Dropbox at MDC as fully detailed, I will not receive it. I have told attorneys about everything within this letter to you prior to submitting this letter to you. I respectfully advise the court that my current SHU commissary options are incompatible with my religious and restrictive diet, as the SHU commissary list provides only 2 consumable items. The general commissary list contains a significantly broader range of basic food options. I ask that the court be aware of these circumstances, and if the court believes it appropriate, I will welcome a recommendation that I be permitted to purchase food items such as noodles, soups, cereal, and beans from the general commissary list while I'm in SHU. If y'all don't know, Big U doesn't eat meat. He doesn't eat flesh. Anything that bled, he doesn't eat none of that, right? So because I'm quite sure the jail isn't just going to accommodate his dietary habits, he counts on his commissary to be able to supplement it with whatever vegetables and whatever he gets from the federal food that's consistent with his dietary practices. I further advise that the court that in the SHU, it is my understanding that one call is permitted monthly. And in my first attempt to call my family since being here today, it stated I have no more minutes to use and I could not do so. I have asked the SHU staff multiple times to call attorneys and the request has not been honored. I submitted a cop-out regarding being taken to the SHU without due process or even an understanding as to why. I respectfully inform the court that since my transfer to SHU, my CPAP access has been inconsistent, even though I rely on it whenever I sleep and previously had continuous access pursuant to medical authorization. I ask that the court be aware of the extreme medical risks associated with the current limitations. If the court finds it appropriate, I will welcome clarification or direction to MDC to ensure that my CPAP access is restored and that compliance can be documented to ensure the accommodation is implemented. Bro, I think they are intentionally trying to kill Big U, bro.
That's a fact.
I'm going to get into my theory afterwards. 66, I informed the court that I have asked no less than 5 minutes that attorneys be added so I may call them without using my allotted minutes, as is customary in MDC, and this request has been repeatedly denied. My family has repeatedly called due to concern since January 1st 2026, and been told they cannot speak to the warden, nor will any information be provided to them about my status. 4 people can declare the same. I also informed the court that my mattress accommodations has not been consistently provided since my placement in SHU. The resulting pain and sleep disruption further affects my concentration and ability to participate in my defense. I respectfully submit this for the court's awareness, and if the court believes appropriate, I would welcome clarification or direction to MDC to ensure the accommodation is implemented and documented. 69, given the cumulative impact of these conditions on my ability to prepare and participate in my defense, I respectfully ask that the court be aware that these circumstances may warrant development of a more formal record regarding access and confinement conditions should the court determine that further inquiry is appropriate. I respectfully inform the court that my legal materials and handwritten defense notes were seized and have not been returned to me. I do not know their present status, such as whether they are already disposed of or copied for the government to preview my defense. Oh, they trying to get a feel of what his defense is. This is why they're doing this, bro. This is nasty work. They know that their case is bullshit, bro. They know Loose Cannon was lying. They know this nigga Dale was lying. They know this nigga Wack 600. These niggas was scared of this nigga and they framed him, bro. So they're trying to figure out how he's going to come. This is some real nasty work. I do not know their present status, such as whether they are already disposed of or copied for the government to preview my defense. I submit this fact for the court's awareness and will welcome any clarification or direction the court believes appropriate regarding their status or return. Finally, I respectfully state that I do not wish to waive my physical presence at hearings, particularly any hearings that may involve continuance of my trial date or matters affecting my ability to participate in my defense. To the extent a prior electronic waiver appears on the docket, I clarify that it does not reflect my present intent. I am not seeking delay. I am asking for the opportunity to defend myself fairly. I declare under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the United States of America, that the foregoing is true and correct to the best of my knowledge. Because this declaration was prepared at my complete direction and then submitted at my specific request via U.S. mail and also email to avoid delay. Under the time constraints of the next hearing, I respectfully reserve the right to supplement or clarify these statements as needed. Executed July 4th, 2026 at Los Angeles, California. Eugene Henley Jr., the defendant. This is what they got. And this is his administrative detention order. Will show that he's been placed in administrative segregation and they took a lot of his rights away. This is nasty. So I really need for everybody who hears this to help a brother out. You know what I'm saying? Free Big U. Anyone can write an email and say, MDC Warden, please give Eugene Henley his breathing machine and legal mail. That's all it's going to take is an email so that they know that we know they're trying to kill Big U. Because we know that they're trying to stop this man from putting on a competent defense, a strategic defense, right? Help me out, y'all. Is that grounds for a dismissal? I don't know. Man, they don't give a shit. Why Wack didn't attend the services if that's his nephew is what I want to know. Man, that ain't that nigga nephew. Fuck that nigga. Keith is not now. Best believe they gonna pull more stunts to make him guilty. They gonna fuck up. They trying to make it to where he can't have a speedy trial. Right. Mikey B, salute. 40 likes and 97 in the chat. Yeah, get them likes up. What's up with that? Let's change that. Damu Kiwe family, salute, salute. They gonna be hiding evidence and all kind of shit. Watch. Hit the like button. There are several reasons why they are doing this to him, and they have to give an explanation to his attorney. I feel you, Lou. They bullshit. Smoke session time. Perfect name as I'm rolling up. Smoke session. Lou, I'm lighting this marathon OG up as we typing on mine. They trying to off the big homie, then blame it on health issues. Watch these devils, man. Man, that's exactly what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they trying to do. Bless, salute. He like, wow. You know what I'm saying? They took his CPAP too, shaking my head. Dirty fuckers, yeah. ETE, I say they didn't consider them guilty. Nasty work. Crazy work. Yeah, this is what the feds do to you.
I'm heated, bro. I'm fucking heated, bro. You know, I'm wait till you get it all out, because you know, man, when I say what I say, man, I'm fucking heated. But go ahead, let's read the comments, because I'm fucking heated. This is nasty to the 10th power.
Mr. Papucha said they did the same shit. You talking about with the legal shit? Yeah, they took away all of his rights, wouldn't give him his phone calls, no nothing. So when he couldn't do that, I'm gonna give y'all the link to hit the warden at MDC LA. I'm gonna put that in the chat, and everybody needs to email through that link. But you're right, that's exactly what they do. They render by the jailhouse conditions while you're fighting your case. They render the conditions harsh, and to a point that you can't even meaningfully communicate with your counsel. With SHU, they didn't even want to allow him to get it. SHU had to, when he go down on visiting with his attorney, he bumping the other attorneys down there and had to pick attorneys like that. They wouldn't even give him access to the phone so that he could try to find him an attorney to represent him, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why he took 28 years on a case that most people believe he should have went to trial on. You know what I'm saying? That seems to be the strategy of these people against black people that they want off the streets. Get them lawsuits ready, big homie. Evidently, they don't have a strong case to be going that far. That's a fact. Free Big U, regardless of how other side feel, they can't deny this man's importance to them kids on God. They can't deny that, bro. They can never take that away from him. Rest in peace, baby Huey. He got action because CPAP machine is used for people with disabilities, so Big U falls under the ADA Act. Our skin is our sin. You right, Lou, from the Lou. He may have some superseding indictments waiting on him to come down. Of course not, because there's no bigger threat than a black man with influence. Right? We need this share. I'm about to clip and get this out. Please do, Selena. Yes, his life is in danger, and that's jail. Needs to be investigated. Yeah. Terrorists at ADX get their breathing machines and legal mail. Attorney Jasmine in the chat. She said, terrorists at ADX get their breathing machines and legal mail. But a U.S. citizen, a black U.S. citizen, can't even get that. This is nasty work, bro. They trying to break his spirit. Yeah. A CPAP is needed, or he can't stop breathing, or he can stop breathing during his sleep. This is violation towards his medical health. Yeah, it is. Right. They pulling interrogation tactics on him. It's millionaires in that prison, especially the BOP. At this point, Big U is a political prisoner. And when I say political, because his influence as a man is what makes him political. That's a fact, bro. Salute to Smoke Session, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Smokey. Like and subscribe to Damu Kiwe. Hit that like button, y'all. It's It's the shit the government and military does to terrorists, right? Man, prayers over Big U, prayers over Big U family. Man, Big U, one of the strongest brothers I ever met in my life mentally. So I know what it is, but and put in a cell, you know what I'm saying, where your meals come to you. They only take you out for 1 hour a day. I've been in MDC LA. In fact, they housed me in the SHU when I came back to MDC LA because I was so high powered, right? I'm in the SHU, housed in the SHU, just like him on administrative segregation. There's a little thing now. MDC is built up like a skyscraper, right? And it has level floors. Well, when you go out, it's a little bit of thing about the same size of your cell, but with a long hallway going to it, right? And I go out there with my headphones on, my Walkman, listening to Power 106 or the beat, and start working out. You know what I'm saying? And smell that good LA small. Well, Big U probably ain't even working out no more because he ain't got the energy. He ain't been sleeping right. He's afraid if he go to sleep, he ain't gonna wake up. He got civil and human rights violations he could use in his defense. His attorneys would use this for sure. Yeah, he go to court on the sick. Call the ACU, Big U. He can't call the ACLU. We got to call him for him. Let me put this thing in the chat, man.
Right, exactly. Dude just said shit. They keep him from all that shit. So it's up to us to get that shit out there and make sure he get the proper medical attention, the fuck that he needs. If not, they gonna keep on doing this shit. That's how they do the bullshit ass nigga trap. This is fucking nasty, man. Man, I got so much fucking reaction on this shit. Because not only I damn near been there and done that, but I got plenty of big partners that's still in that motherfucker right now, going through that shit to this day. And it's crazy.
Okay, I just put the email address in the chat. Man, just put the email address to the warden in the chat. Please give Big U.
Let me lock that in right now. Right now.
And then I'm gonna post it on on Instagram also. Please email the warden and tell them please give Eugene Henley his breathing machine and legal mail. We need this to go viral, bro. If not, it might not even be no Big U get a chance at a trial, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just posted it on Instagram too on Active Chucks, and I'm gonna keep that live. A lot we can't and I could pin it in the caption. Y'all right about that. Okay, my bad. Y'all know I ain't the smartest in what you call it, but I'm gonna put it in the description. You know what I'm saying? But his breather, bro. If he don't have that, he really could die, bro. They trying to kill the brother.
He got sleep apnea, of course. Hell yeah. And then you making him uncomfortable. His joints are hurting and stuff. He's not getting proper medical care and shit. Yeah, you're violating all his medical, all of that shit. But they just thought, okay, we just gonna shut the fuck up. Now, not say nothing. We just gonna keep him from his legal stuff so he won't reach out to his legal team. I'm telling you, these feds are working nasty in the fucking play because for the simple fact, they're number one, they're embarrassed because the simple fact this man brought down the crime rate 30%. The fuck we talking about?
For 20 years straight.
So for 20 fucking years straight, so you're embarrassed about that bullshit. Then on the second part, you got a weak ass motherfucking case, and you try to dig through his shit and try to see what he got to fuck around and dismantle your fucking case. So you plan through him through the COs and all his and through the medical teams and shit to fucking weaken him, mind, body, and spirit. We know how they play dirty like that, man. This is some bullshit. on top of that, he's still telling y'all dumbasses that he still want to pursue with the case. Because I'm pretty sure he was smart enough. He's been through the system before. So guess what? He probably made sure his lawyer had something on the back end of his fucking evidence. So no, we're not gonna postpone shit. Y'all trying to break me, but y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. So therefore, let's go ahead and pursue this case. But I'm just letting everybody know, yeah, y'all going against my rights. And we're not going to just step over that to a blind eye. We're going to expose that shit. What you say, ETE? Expose the fucking exposures. We're exposing these motherfucking slimy ass fucking pigs that always got these dirty tricks going on and violating our fucking justice and our rights. Real shit. This shit is bad motherfucking work, man.
They said we need a trading places with Big U and Whack 100. Man, I just want to get this man out of jail now, man, before these people really die. Before that man die in there, bro. I'm finna take y'all to some Big U content we got, man. Salute to my brother Big U. You know what I'm saying? Free Big U, free Big U. Sure. So that shit is backwards. Let's get to this real quick. Bear with me, man. Matter of fact, make sure y'all hit that like button because my peoples is telling me y'all ain't hitting that like button in that chat, and that's crazy. Yeah, when we bringing y'all the exclusive content. Ain't nobody else got this paperwork and this update. We give y'all the paperwork and the update, and y'all still ain't even hitting the like button. And we didn't even say send a cash app. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just hit that like button and hit that hashtag free Big U, man. For real.
So I'm almost to it. Wait, is it on the video? Let's go to it, man, in case y'all forgot. Oh, that wasn't it. My bad. Hit that like button. And hype me up, bro. Like, y'all, that's crazy that y'all really ain't got. We finna see what them, what you call this is. Big U exposes Whack 100. No, I want to go to the actual. I want to go to the actual content. Let's go here first. Draws. You know what it is, nigga. Damu Kiwe. Conversations. Let's go.
This is my last video before I turn myself in. I'm with my family. Talk to my sons. I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, going to deal with this fight, see what it is. I just want y'all to know, all this stuff is quiet.
Hey, leave her alone.
This shit is all bull crap. I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all to, I don't even know what to say. 21 years, I've elevated my family, come back, sit in here and write and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. If you can't, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and I appreciate people who've been helping me. I don't know. It's hard helping black people and not being hunted for doing it.
It's First Street. It might be to, I don't know if it's to the right or the left.
Corruption in the justice system. The justice system itself is corruption. Check this out. Hold on, it's messing up.
Reach out to anybody who can help me, y'all.
You hear me?
Help my own family. Appreciate y'all. Go.
Nigga, We ain't forgot draws. I got you, bro. One thing draws do. He said, hey, hear you over there fucking these people case up, huh? You know what I'm saying? You exposing all their lies, huh? Yeah. Keep going at it. Keep on exposing their motherfucking lies. Keep on exposing how they doing and trying to break the brother. Let's go.
Uh-huh.
They mad about the mismanagement.
Just got to Miami.
Wack did this whole shit. Try to get in front of the allegation he put on Big U because in all reality, he should be right there next to Big U. Yeah.
It's that Miami vibe on there. Y'all see it?
Okay, Drewby.
It's that Miami vibe.
Got that $20 cash out from Drew V. Salute, bro. Appreciate everything. Give it to the Damu Kiwe conversations. Appreciate it, man. Make sure you send that email too, though. Let me fix this. I'll get back to the chat after because it's messing up. Listen what he talking about.
It's that Miami vibe, baby. I'm only in town for a night. That's how they treat their guests around here. You dig? Can't even get out the door. I'm 26 floor on this thing. You did? Miami Beach just because we jump off. You did? Let's say Dad Henley. Y'all see that? You think they made this thing big enough for me to fit in there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you're sitting there, you know what I mean? Just for the guests. I ain't got no guests. I'm only in town for a night. Yeah. Again. Again. Yep. Only in town for a night, y'all. Party up. You know what I mean? All the time. What we doing? What we doing? Huh? Oh, this that money. It's that money, baby. This that money. It's that money. I can see it when you talk. Even when you walk, it's a home on me. It's like candy. Ah. I can feel it if you feel it too. How that song go?
My nigga, man.
The homie just walked in. Pete!
Yo, what's up? What they say? Oh, yo, what they say about what's up? They be fucking taking. I tried to give a charge earlier. They was like, oh, we waiting and whatever.
I'm sitting there on live. My nigga Pete just walked in.
You already know what it is. Big you, my big motherfucking brother, man. What's up? You know we outside tonight, man. Birthday party tomorrow.
Yeah, did.
Movie tonight, you know what I'm saying? Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, you know, the whole TS. You know, big you gotta be on that all the time.
All the time. We just here chilling, man. We're gonna get these massages.
That's what we need.
We're gonna go up tonight. Then we're gonna just stay doing it. You did?
Right.
All you gotta do is say something crazy. Let's go hit the block button. You'll see yourself removed. Oh, we met at LA Film School. That's right. I hope you're working on it. I got a lot of film projects I'm working on right now. Yeah, we're going up, man. We're going up.
Tonight is lit. Club 11. You already know we outside.
What club we going to?
Club 11.
We're going to Club 11 tonight.
The hottest shit in Miami. Club 11.
Yep. All I do is uplift people, man. I don't worry about this fuck shit, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. People gonna talk. These lanes make money off of using Big U name. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna never pull up. One thing is for certain, right? Everything they say, Big U did it, man. They got me doing so much motherfucking shit. I don't even know what the fuck I don't even know what I'm coming. Then I didn't do it.
Got you in a whole bunch of different places at one time.
At one time. They say, y'all, you know, it's another new one too. I got into it with Fats. Let me give y'all the information on that. I ain't never got into it with Fats. Fats is my long homeboy. Ever in my life, me and Fats ever got into it with nobody. Never.
Ever. You know what I'm saying?
Ever. So you gotta figure that one out anyway. So all that shit them fuck niggas telling y'all stupid for listening to any of that shit. But y'all been listening and
Hit that like button.
responding to this fuck shit these niggas been saying for the last, for this 6-7 years. Why you gonna stop? No, longer than that. Longer than that. Y'all was accusing me of shit that I ain't even do. And what's funny, I wasn't even in town. So figure that one out. But I ain't gonna address this shit. We winning. How about that? We winning.
That's a fact.
We ain't losing.
Definitely winning.
We ain't losing. We winning. We doing positive work. You know what I mean?
We got the motherfucking juice. Nigga.
Got the juice.
How about that? We can go anywhere, any motherfucking way, all over, anywhere.
We can go anywhere we want to go.
Anywhere we go, we set. Y'all gonna figure that out tonight when we touch that town tonight, man.
Y'all need to get y'all math right too. How y'all say I was jealous of somebody, and then y'all say I was getting $1 million a year? Your math ain't correct, man. I'm getting $1 million a year, and I'm jealous of a motherfucker. Y'all gotta get this shit correct.
Niggas got the game fucked up.
I got the game. I'm getting $1 million a year, but I'm jealous of somebody. I'm hating on somebody. Come on, man. I'm having fun. Let me tell you what I do. I put over, up to now, 1,000 kids, over 1,000 Black men, Hispanic kids, women in college. I've helped and been instrumental in over 12 Black boys from South Central LA making it to the NFL. My son being the last one. I ain't finished yet. You know what I mean? I donate. I'm the one, Big U, that all of the first one to ever do 3-day weekends for our neighborhood. And now you see all these dudes doing it with the concert, food giveaway, health and wellness. Better look that up, developing option. That should go all the way back to 2007. I was doing that. So everything you see all these other people laying claim to, that came from me. I'm the first one. So you want to talk about what I did do? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that I have produced men and women who are successful Black men, successful Hispanic men. I've done that. You know what I mean? Now you get one of these other lanes to say they've done what I've done to help people. You can't. I don't care who he is, how much money he got. You got young brothers who started schools, did all that. They just not getting to where I've already been doing. I've been doing this 21 years of developing option. 21 years. Ain't nobody. You can't bring a name that did more in their neighborhood than me. I'm the one set the trend. There ain't not one organization. Go on YouTube, you'll see it. I was giving food away a long time ago. Doing scholarships, buying clothes for kids, sending kids to school right now, to this day. I wasn't selling nothing. I don't sell nothing in my neighborhood. I give it away.
That's a fact.
Watch that. That's what I'm proud of. But you ain't going to put that on me, though. You're going to put the bullshit on me. And I'm going to keep doing it right. I'm going to keep helping kids. All my kids play free football.
Facts.
You know what I mean? You ain't got no heart, weirdo. What? When you gonna start working with? I ain't really been on music, man. I ain't been on music in years. I mean, I just help promote and push whatever artist, but you know what I mean? I ain't on music like that though.
We get too much. We get shit more interesting.
Yeah.
Fuck that part of music shit, man. We working on self shit. We
Yeah.
working on real shit.
I got a lot of TV and movie projects, you know what I mean, that I'm working on. I find that more satisfying. Nah, man, listen, Nip didn't never go against the game, boy. Don't believe that. Nip was always 100, man. Nip was my loved one. And like a son. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And when Nip left this earth, we was coon by coon, fire on fire. We was together. So don't let nobody else tell you no different. Because if it was anything other different than that, I'd be gone. Believe that. It was 100 motherfuckers. He had a letter from the president. I'm gonna say one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
No, that shit gonna mess up travels.
You're gonna look, man. The best selling tool that anybody got is hate and jealousy. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it 100.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep it 100. You know, Just the fact of the matter is, what would I gain by hurting my own son? You know what I mean? What would I gain from that? What was I gonna gain? Y'all eat it like this. Eat it like this. I got nothing to gain. Nothing. You either got to be gaining something to hurt somebody or preventing something to hurt somebody. Y'all stupid. Y'all sound real stupid. Like stupidity.
Now, motherfuckers don't know you. Motherfuckers that be thinking and go with the hype and all that.
Yeah.
That just be motherfuckers that be hating and motherfuckers that don't know you. When you know somebody, you know what I mean? You know the person, you know what I mean? It'd be different stories. But now, you know, everybody think it's social media and all that.
That's what it is. They get on there and say what they want to.
They can say, yeah, exactly. They can
You
say
know
whatever they want to.
But
facts is the facts.
Facts are the facts.
Nipsey was our fucking brother.
Yeah.
He was my little man.
We ain't gonna even talk about that no more.
I mean, I just want to just let that be known. I know
that
for a long time.
It's stupid. Like I said, we ain't even gonna address that shit because it's stupid. Man, like, you really stupid and you really fuck niggas. You know what I mean? Y'all should understand when somebody trying to sell y'all something. The biggest selling name on the West Coast is you got to say Big U name. You want to sell something, Big U. They want to do something, Big U.
Right. Well, thank you.
They want to do Big U. Big U. Y'all don't get this shit yet?
Y'all going against Big U? You know what he
They died down then next week.
Listen,
watch
what happened
when they trying to sell a documentary, a movie, a book or something. Big U. Oh, I got some shit for a motherfucker though. I got something. You want to see something. You want to hear somebody say something that you don't know. It's going to be earth shattering. Keep on. We're going to go on Damu Kiwe conversation. I'm going to do an interview on Damu Kiwe conversation.
Why else would he tell them it's going to be earth shattering? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take him to the Damu. He with the terror squad, DJ Khaled, Fat Joe as a guest in Miami. And he y'all keep popping that shit. It's going to be earth shattering. I'm going to do an interview on the Damu Kiwe conversations. It's nasty work. 1 second. Black Cash Dream says David Kenner was crossing Suge. Then he told Prize from the Fugees to take 14 years. That's a fact. What you want to say, Southern Force? Because we're going to bring it to an end in a minute. Appreciate that, Mike B.
Man, all I got, first of all, man, salute to, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, salute to the Damu Kiwe family. Man, hashtag free Big U. Man, hashtag expose these bitch ass crooked motherfuckers in the system. Man, this is nasty work, man. This is nasty work, but I'm glad, you know, as a community and as I say, as a force, you know what I'm saying, we can all come together and shine some light on this, because like I said, it's not just Big U going through this. It's a lot of other brothers, reputable brothers that are in the fucking system that's not giving them a fair shake even before and after trial. You see what I'm saying? And they do everything to break his mind, body, and spirit. So we definitely need to get that out there. Like I said, bro, just send it to my DM, all the information, because I definitely want to make sure that gets put out there as well. Also on my media platforms as well. So real talk, man. This is nasty work. We gonna keep on exposing these motherfuckers, man. Because all these motherfuckers are connected, and you somehow, some way, like they said back in the old days, you're gonna have to come to church. You're gonna have to come to church and deal with that collection plate, man. The benevolent offering of the fucking truth, because these niggas are full of lies. It's crazy.
Yeah, they said Suge actually. They said literally a court order that Suge could not call out, and attorneys had to go to court to ask, can they go visit Suge, and they would get limited visits if they weren't denied. David Kenner currently cannot practice law. Google that. Yeah, he didn't already did everything he was supposed to. His last thing was to make sure Suge lost that appeal. I was wondering why Suge put him, how to represent him on his appeal, bro. I said, man, that's the lineup. It's nasty work, man. Salute to everybody that came through, man. Bang that like button on your way out if you ain't already did it. We gonna keep bringing y'all the hot content. We gonna keep representing for Big U, free Suge, free Big U, and all the brothers behind that G wall. I know what it is. I know that struggle, man. And struggle is the universal language. You know what I'm saying? So until then, Damu Kiwe. Conversations.